Jacksonville.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Second and 11 at the 24-yard line.
He's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Caleb Chason gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
And here comes Westbrook. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up first and 10 at their 38. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll run. It's Dobbins.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. First down, going to the air with Love. They're connecting here with DJ Shark. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Working out of the gun. Love. And he fires one that's intercepted. Taylor Muse with him. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their own 23.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
There's some space here. They get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Now a play fake. Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. They're down at the 10. Told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You got to let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards on the ground. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Love from the gun. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Jacksonville.
First down, Love to pass. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Gain of 15.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game?
Trying to get to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. Anthony Avery picks it. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 2nd second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily. I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second down, Love. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. On play action, Love to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Love. And finding Keelan Cole. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. To throw now. Here's Love. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. From a yard out. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
For the point after.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This is caught inside the 15. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry runs 59 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. Now a second down throw for Love here. He's got a man, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll run here with Dobbins. And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. On 1st and 10, Love. This throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. From the gun, Love. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time he is in. Yes. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive is going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs, and that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run it and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Westbrook now on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
44-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. You know, the 1st quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This 2nd quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. That one complete. He finds Sharp. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, Love. Will find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That were a first down pickup of 8. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Love. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Keelan Cole, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Down. And 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Got an open man, Keelan Cole. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Love now to pass on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
A 2nd down throw for Love. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Love now on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And the Jaguars.
Off the play fake, Love. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 22-yard line. He's got Jack Doyle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
24-yard line.
Going back to Love. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
To the air again, Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick. Right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
That's caught by Waller out left side. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Carr. As he throws, this one's going to go straight down the turf. Incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got his man, it's Carr. Touchdown, Jaguars. Keelan Cole, 34 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more that they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Josh Jacobs, 75 yards. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
I think this is where you have to have the term situational football in your head, because this game is pretty much in the palm of your hand, and the one thing you can't afford to do, turn the ball over Now you've given the patient a little bit of a heartbeat, haven't you? And now they're feeling it and they're back in this game.
Yeah, still a little bit of a lead, but that makes things more interesting. We're still just in the third quarter here. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead. You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A gain of 5. First down, Jaguars.
A shotgun snap and again for Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. Middle of the field to the tight end, Doyle. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Love now. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch.
Complete.
That's good for 28 yards.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Jacksonville.
Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, and it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. His 2nd catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down. Oh, he fakes a spike.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he'll look downfield, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. Carr's throw taken in by Nelson. And in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And Mariota going to run on the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are back within a score. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Play action this time with Love. Flush to his right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Jaguars.
Love, they go play action now. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
One more time with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6.
Complete.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Both defenses Bengals have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Love. So possession will stay the same. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
Raiders 27.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. So the left side, it's complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 46.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Following the interception, Love. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.